All right, what is up? What is up, guys? CJDV, how are you doing? Okay, so we obviously got the market pumping here a bit. This live was supposed to start an hour ago, but I'm having an issue with the thumbnail being ported, so I got to figure that out. So, guys, what we did yesterday is we didn't take a Bitcoin short. I'm just uploading the posts here. We did not take a Bitcoin short. What we ended up doing was we didn't take any trade, actually. There we go. Now we got some people on here. If you're just joining, sorry for the late start time. I'm going to figure out the thumbnail issue in a bit, but right now we are live. It is the New York session. Is anyone trading right now? I'm looking for a short, right? But again, my MACD has not crossed yet. I'm expecting my MACD to cross very, very shortly. And once we get the cross on my MACD, then we're going to take the trade, because essentially we've been at resistance the whole time, right? So all right. All right, so how's everyone doing on this morning? Make sure you guys hit the like button if you're watching on YouTube. And if you're watching on Twitch, you are most likely, obviously, following, right? So we're going to pull up the liquidation heat map here. So our liquidation heat map, pretty simple here. We've got liquidity around 70K, right? So we've got liquidity around 70. A lot of liquidity in this area. I personally think Bitcoin's going to go attack this level. We've also got liquidity around 80. We've got liquidity around 84. Like, we got to wipe out this liquidity first, essentially. Bitcoin's not hitting my 88. Every time I try to get in a short, it is 88. I'm trying to get in at the perfect level, and there is no perfect short at the moment. Good morning, good morning. I appreciate you guys for coming on the live. Again, we were supposed to start 30 minutes ago, but for some weird reason, I couldn't get the thumbnail loading on the platform. I'm gonna have to figure that out. We'll make sure that's not gonna happen much anymore. So I'll mess with it later, but for now we're rocking and rolling. Make sure you guys like the live on YouTube, and let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. So it is the morning time, guys, right? And essentially between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. is where you're going to make the most money in the market. If you're a late sleeper and you're a trader, take it from me, you are going to be poor. Trust me, take it from me, okay? You're going to be poor. Although you could trade the Asia session, but the most money, the most volatility, the most movement is going to happen in this session. Now, what we can see here, guys, is a few things, okay? We can see that Bitcoin has not moved an inch, okay? However, we are at resistance. So there's a question of why haven't we dropped when we're at resistance? We can look in this area right here. We can see a volume area, essentially, for Bitcoin. Just get these tags loaded here. Perfect. We can see a volume area for Bitcoin right here. Right here, okay? So this is a good volume area on your VRVP. Basically, there's your volume, okay? The reason that we haven't dropped is because Bitcoin keeps on consolidating in this volume area, all right? The other reason we haven't dropped is because the daily momentum indicator is still going up. So you have momentum on the daily. You also have your MACD about to cross right here on the daily too, okay? So you have your MACD about to cross on the daily. You're moving up on the daily stochastic. You are once again dropping. It doesn't seem like I can get a trade to save the life of me. I'm just trying to get a trade to here at this point, right? Like, $87,700. Let's try making a trade at $87,700. Right? If Bitcoin starts crashing and burning right now, that's going to be really upsetting because I set a short at 88,000, okay? 88,000 was my short and it didn't hit. 87.9 was my short and it didn't hit. It keeps on going lower and lower, and this is where you gotta have resilience as a trader. What I see is I see key resistance right here. So now I'm gonna set my short for 87,700. And if it doesn't hit, you're gonna see me rage quit on the live, okay? I'm kidding, not rage quit, but and I'll show you guys my live trading too as well, all right? The only thing I don't like at the moment is the stochastic RSI is going up on the 1 hour. So I don't like that. So I'm actually going to wait till my stochastic RSI is at the top. Okay? Dougie Style, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you very much for tuning into our live. Welcome to the Beast Limitless Trading fam. Please like it up. Go follow on Twitch if you're new. Okay, Twitch and Bitcoin. If you guys could open up 2 different sessions, mute one of them. We keep Twitch rolling. We keep Bitcoin rolling on YouTube. We're rocking and rolling. Okay. CJDV is up on his WLFI short. Well, again, we couldn't take the trade because it didn't hit our take profit. Here's the thing, guys. Until Mercury goes out of retrograde, if I'm missing trades for the next couple of days, so be it. Okay, I do not trust Mercury in retrograde for the life of me. I've dealt with it enough. And I can see here now we're in a little rounded bottom. So what I want to look at here is I want to look at my 3 points of resistance. Right? Low rounded bottom. Next, my short is going to be at this point 17.6 area. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. I hope you guys are having a wonderful morning. This is the top of the hour. This is the money hour, fam. Like up the live. I appreciate you guys. So our main focus today, also we're oversold on this momentum indicator here, the 1 hour, right? So I still believe we're going to push up to this area until we cross down, and we haven't crossed down yet. All of our indicators are very, very bullish, although we are in a rising wedge right now on WLFI. So if I don't get my entry, then I'm going to short the back test. It will drop, and then I'm going to short the back test, and it should continue to go down. But realizing what WLFI has done is it hasn't dropped until, again, it looks like we're probably going to hit this level around 17.8 to 18 cents. We want to make money, okay? We want to make money. We don't want to miss trades, but we want to make money. And again, here you can see that Bitcoin is just gliding. So the key focus for this live, guys, is XRP, is Bitcoin. I don't have it in here, but it is Mondad, and it is XAU. We're going to be talking about gold in the morning because a lot of people trade gold in the market. Okay, a lot of people trade gold in the market. So we are definitely going to be talking about gold. All right. Does anybody trade gold? Okay, perfect. So we got some gold traders here. So again, guys, I do like the short on Bitcoin, but until this MACD actually crosses on the 4-hour, until I get a for sure cross, I'm not taking the trade. I'm gonna wait for my 88K to 87,900. I am making $1,000 every day out of little money, and by little money I'm talking 5K, right, in that region. And the reason being is because I'm being super cautious. So it's 24 hours in a day, right? 24 hours in a day. So you gotta maximize it. We'll see what happens with Bitcoin in a bit. I did set my next take profit to, or my next entry on my short. I set it to 87,900. So we might get a move at 87,900. Here, we're actually gonna do some live trading. So we've got $87,900. So I'm gonna show you guys right here. I'm taking the order. So price limit is going to be 87,900, or wait, 87,700. I'll show you guys here. I set up the order. I'm just setting it up. Take profit. My goal is to make $1,000, and my stop loss tight stop loss. Okay. So $87,700. Because we're going tighter stop loss, I'm only going to do 5x. But I should be able to. My take profit is 86. I need to manage my risk, actually. Sure. We go 7x. This is what we have a tracker for, guys. Okay, this is what we have a tracker for. We're going to use the tracker instead of guessing. It's not what we do. Okay, so as you guys know, if you know me from before, if you don't know me, welcome. You can make $1 million in a year or less than. This is called the crypto tracker, okay? I haven't really used this before too much in my lives, but I'm going to use this every day because I want to know. So if we're entering a short, entry is going to be 87,700. We're going to be at 10x leverage. Take profit's going to be 86. My goal is to make $1,000 per trade. Okay, good goal. Actual used on trade 5K. Stop loss, yeah, we don't. Our max risk will be 250. It's too tight of a stop loss. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the leverage. We're going to go to 7. Rinse to repeat. There we go. And our take profit. So essentially what we want to do is we can only lose 250 per trade. Okay, so we can only really lose 250 per trade. What that means, is that if we lose the trade, we're only going to be at 250 loss. So we're at 239 right now, which is fine. I could bump this up to 8. 273, I'm okay with that. So I'll make roughly 700 bucks, but I think it will go lower. So my stop loss needs to be 88,300. See, that's even too low. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to watch the trade at this point. I want to see, I'm not really getting any good risk to reward here, right? Which basically is saying, look, all I need to do is really wait for this stochastic RSI to go up. And we'll see what happens. The 4 hour is still moving up for another 46 minutes. Okay, so I don't like my trade. I don't like my profit percentage, and I definitely don't like how, if I set my stop loss at 88,300, or yeah, that's literally right here, and it's been gliding in that region. So we're not going to take the trade. We're going to wait till the stochastic RSI is at the top, and we're going to wait and be patient. Because when this trade does play out, we are going to make absolute bank. Absolute bank. And if the MACD crosses 99.9%, it will come down to 77K. We're not going to be talking about $1,000. We're talking about 4 or 5 G's. Okay? We're talking real money. And I'm in the game of making real money. And a lot of people, what they try to do is, yeah, you can scalp this, guys, 100%. You know, a lot of people will say, well, you can scalp it. Like, why don't you scalp it? Sure, if you're watching it and you're watching the 1 minute. But because I'm on the live, I don't have time to watch the 1 minute. And something is telling me that this is gonna wick everybody out. So we're just not even going to take the trade. We're going to wait till the stochastic momentum oscillator is at the top. Okay. If you guys remember me from before I took a hiatus, right? I used to be very impatient with trading, But there's only 24 hours in a day and we're all trying to live our life. And that's the reality. Guys, make sure you smash that like button on YouTube, share it on x.com if you haven't, BeastX Bitcoin, okay? Go follow BeastX if you haven't. Post the live, share it to your feed. Okay, we are live on X. Now let's go check out gold. Okay, because I did say I'm going to go over gold for everybody. And for the stock traders, because I know some people trade gold and will watch this live and be like, oh, he talks about gold. So a lot of people are saying gold is done. Well, not a lot, but some people are saying, oh, gold is done. Nope. Gold is done. Okay, well, for the people that are saying gold is done, it is not. Gold is definitely not done. Gold is going to pump up to this area. So what we can see on gold is we can see a beautiful breakout and a rounded bottom as support. Okay. Thank you, CJDV, for sharing those links. Okay, so we've got resistance here at our middle line, which is our conversion line. We've also got resistance right here. But if gold breaks out of here, you got a nice trade to 4,300. Okay, 4,300 is what I would be looking at on gold. Now expect gold to play out, okay? Expect gold to play out this channel. Play the channel, guys. If you don't play the channel, you're gonna lose money, right? So if you play the channel and you take profit here on gold, if you're a big money player, for anybody looking for a gold trade, it's right here. If gold breaks out, great, you have a trade. You have resistance right here. If gold dumps here and back tests, you know it is going to drop. Okay, that is really my play on gold, and it is a beautiful channel. And the daily is kind of starting to move up here too. The 3-day is oversold on gold. So you're just going to have a massive continuation uptrend, and you're going to play the channel, right? You're going to play the channel on gold till you can't anymore. And the same thing, we could look at PAX G, right? So PAX G is pretty much gold for crypto and gold. It's pretty much the same price. So if you're looking at that, the chart is a bit more weird on PAX G, if we're talking about crypto, but it is still very present. and we're still going to get to our area that we were at. There's just a lot more wicks on PAX G, right? So keep an eye on it, guys. I don't know. I want to take this Bitcoin short. I really do. It's just not lining up with my risk to reward percentage. So I got to wait for the 4 hour. Gotta wait for the 4 hour, unfortunately. Like, I already know it's gonna drop. It's pretty much written in the cards. I can see the rejection on the 18 hour here. I just wish I would have got it at 89, at 88 last night. But that momentum indicator is running back up, so yeah, I'm gonna make the trade 87,700 because we're actually rejecting the 18 hour. I wasn't gonna make the trade, but I'm gonna make the trade. I'm just using a very tight stop loss. We're gonna go 7x. Okay, we're gonna go 7x and then reposition our trade. So just so you guys know, I'm taking the trade to actually do live trading with you guys. Because this is about to crash. It looks like we're about to crash and burn, although we are in retrograde, right? So there's that. Yeah, 88,300 would be a good stop loss. That's losing more than I want, but just use less capital. 298. So you guys could see I'm actually doing live trading. Why is... Oh, 88.6. Okay. So you guys could see I'm actually doing live trading here. We've got about 4 grand. So essentially what we're doing is we're lowering our capital to enter the trade. I don't know my take profit yet. I'll figure out my take profit. But as long as we got a stop loss, 88.6, we lose 298 if we get stopped out. That's good for me. Open short, 87,700 at a 7x leverage trade. What if we did 10? How about 8? Yeah, no, we just need to do 7. Okay. Okay, our limit order is right there. All right, so we got our trade, whatever I just said, 87,700. Our stop loss is 88,600. If it wicks us out, it wicks us out, whatever. There's a probability that this just pumps up to 88, 87,900, whatever. But at this point, I don't want to miss out. And the way I'm looking at this, you've got your 18-hour pointing down. You've got your resistance pointing down. Your 4 hours about to cross on the MACD. We just need one more pump to 87,700. I'll even take 88 and drop, whatever. So I still don't like that inverse head and shoulder, but it technically doesn't really matter. Because we are in a downtrend. And really what you're seeing here is you're seeing Bitcoin gliding the resistance here, right? So boom, boom, boom. And that is what we'd be looking at. If we were going to break out, we would have already broken out. Now, there's a possibility this goes all the way to 90K. Yeah, for sure. But that's what I got a stop loss for, right? Judging by what I'm seeing here, this is just continually rejected. I'm okay with 88 too. All right. So there's some live trading for you guys. Trying to get the top, right? So XRP is in an inverse head and shoulder here, which doesn't make me confident in my Bitcoin trade, but if I look on the higher time frames, we pretty much are rejecting that resistance, which is about the 55%. And the 55% is a major rejection area, anywhere from 50 to 60, and then 40 is usually a bounce, right, on the RSI. So not looking too bad, guys. There's a lot of bullish indicators showing that we could possibly pump. Definitely 100%. But the charts and TA is telling me that we are most likely going to drop. As we get like a big green candle coming in here. Yeah, so 87,700. It could push up to your 88.2. My stop loss is 88.6. So realistically, I've got a lot of resistance in this region right here, which should make me some money. Even if Bitcoin does this and this. At this point, I just want our momentum indicator to be oversold. All right, so I went over XAU. I kind of went over XRP, but then I went off of it. So XRP is in a little wild card stage here too. And the reason, because XRP keeps on hitting resistance just like Bitcoin. So yeah, there's a potential for it to go back up here. But again, what we're doing is we're waiting for a momentum indicator, which is our stochastic RSI, to hit the top, glide this resistance, and essentially drop. And the thing about XRP is here you can see our MACD is about to cross. All I'm waiting for right now is my MACD. There is no other indicator I'm waiting for. Everything is pretty much showing me a short, except for the inverse head and shoulder. So I'm waiting for the MACD to cross on whatever crypto I'm trading, preferably Bitcoin. And then once we have that MACD cross, we will be rocking and rolling. And everything should be good. If we don't get that MACD cross, then we're looking for a fake out. But we can also see right here the MACD is rejecting the zero line. So if we get the MACD cross here, we're golden. All right, is anyone in any trades right now, guys? Again, I'm waiting for WLFI. It's just, it hasn't really dropped. It's sold off a bit. And there you go. So it is going back up. So essentially that would be the top, is my, it is playing this channel really nicely. So 17.8 with my target, but yeah, 17.8, there you go. It could still push up to 18. WLFI could absolutely push up to 18. Sammy, how you doing? UTC, how you doing? Amma, how you doing? Now I'm seeing the chat. It's because I got to go to the separate platforms. Let's run up these likes, guys. Again, we are in a quieter market, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, I want to go over MOND because it is a trending crypto right now. People are very, very bullish on it. But it is also rejecting key resistance here. I don't know much about this coin because I wasn't trading when it launched, but we could see it broke the trend. We can see a double top. My entry would have been here. The 4 hour hasn't crossed the MACD, but it has hit key resistance. Yeah, this Mondad coin looks like it's about to dump pretty hard. It is a trending project though, but it essentially could go all the way back to 0.22. If I'm on lower leverage, I would probably take the trade because even from here to here, it broke trend. Okay, the 15 minutes oversold, so I'd probably wait, but if it comes back up to here, I would look at shorting this, unless it just dumps right now, right? The short was right here, essentially. That was our short. But this looks like it is absolutely going to tank. So I've got my short lined up, guys. I've got my shorts lined up. We are kind of in a no trade zone right now. What I mean by that is we wait. Yeah, you know what? If this goes up on the 5 minute, I think I'm going to call a short here. Because we also broke this little uptrend here too. Man, that was such a good short at 0.47. So what we'll do is we'll hold our support here with our parallel channel. It could possibly drop down here and then make its way back up, but I would say this is going to continue in a downtrend. Bitcoin is not holding, at least going up to our take profit, but we've still got the momentum indicator here. One more time, I believe one more time, and then this is probably going to continue down to the downside. But I probably should have shorted it last night at 87,700. Or here, or here. So now we got Mondad as a potential trade as well. All right, let's see if any other crypto trades are going on, guys. Like I said, we're doing a bit of live trading here. WLFI is trending, World Liberty Financial. XMR, Monero seems to be going up a bit. XMR is not looking too bad. So XMR is not looking too bad at all. It is in a little head and shoulder here. It broke trends. Momentum indicators coming up with a downtrend. Yeah, if I could get a short on XMR, I probably would. Although if it breaks this area right here, it's going to go up, but a lot of cryptos are trying to recover right now, guys, and the reality is we are weak and we are in a downtrend, right? So XMR is presenting a really good short opportunity. I think I like Mondat a bit more just because it's got pretty good downtrend resistance. Yeah, it's dumping pretty hard. We need to wait for that 5 minute. That 5 minute comes back up, I'm taking a short on Mondat. Absolutely. It'll be a low leverage 5x short, but my entry is going to be right here. Above 4.7. If it allows it to get to that point. And the 8 hours showing weak vol. Well, I would love my Bitcoin trade to work out, honestly. But $87.7 still possible in my book. Just gonna wait. We are just going to wait. And what else is there? There's Bitcoin Cash, but I would say Mondat's my favorite right now in Bitcoin, and potentially XMR. Those are my top trades, and they're all shorts. We're not longing a downtrend market. XMR looks like it is going to drop, to be honest. Bitcoin's not hitting my order, so it's, at this point it is just being patient and not looking at the charts and hoping it hits. If not, then I'm gonna have to go for a different trade. The key thing with Bitcoin at this point is it going to break this support, right? See, it's very, very oversold in the 1 hour here. I don't like that. Very oversold on the 1 hour. If you guys are new to the live, appreciate you. Come check out the YouTube channel. Beast Limitless. It's a 26, right? Perfect. Okay. Come check it out. Subscribe. Same with Facebook. Obviously, Bitcoin's dropping. I might have to look for a different trade. But my MACD, here's what I'm going to do. If the MACD crosses on the 4, I'll get into it. I won't even look at where I'm getting into it. I'll get into it. But if the MACD doesn't cross on the 4, everything to me is a fake out. Right? So my thing with Mondat is I'm going to buy it when, I'm going to short it when the 5 minute is overbought. But there's some really good short opportunities coming up. Very good. Very, 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 very good. Okay. I guess the short was right here when the MACD crossed on the 1 hour and everything else lined up in that bear flag. That was 87.8. But I set my short to 88 and through the night it never hit. So is what it is now. Let's see. We got a little double bottom. That double bottom would take us to 87.7 or 9. So hopefully that double bottom plays out in 1 minute with some bullish dive, fake bear flag, and hits our target. And then we'll be happy. Okay. Let's see what happens on the 4 hour close here. Essentially, guys, if you get the cross on the MACD, you take the trade. Okay. You take, I would take the Bitcoin trade. Non-financial advice, guys, do what you want. But personally, for me, I would take the Bitcoin trade because that means everything is lining up with our indicators. Everything. And you can now see the rejection on the MACD. See, this is what I've been waiting for. Bitcoin to reject the zero line, because if we reject the zero line, we are most likely going to go up. Okay. Now, if Bitcoin starts tanking, guys, I'll come on the live again, but that's going to be it. It was a bit of a later live today, not what I wanted to do. Fine, we got it done. Essentially. I think we get 87,700 one more time. But right now I want to focus on Mondat before we end the live. So I'm going to enter a short. When this thing goes back up to five minutes oversold, I'm not. I would say 0.46 to 0.47 right here. But resistance is hitting hard on Mondat. A lot of cryptos are looking like they're about to tank. We just got to be patient for the right entry, but we may be entering 2 to 3 trades, which is pretty much what I've been waiting for. So the patience should play out. XMR is very overbought, guys. I would set a short. at about 402. Because it is overbought in the 15. But yeah, I set a short on XMR at 402. Kind of go for that wick. And then go from there. Non-financial advice, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. Again, we've got an active Bitcoin trade here. So you guys could see on the live. Even if we look at our MEXC right here. That's our short, okay? I'll post the trading setup in Mighty and in Telegram too as well. I hope you all have a great day.